Division 1 round 11 here at Aragon, where the championship can be wrapped up for the first time this season. If Platt can win and Jack Berman fails to finish on the podium, then the championship is his. The maths beyond that point, I'll have to figure that out by myself. But essentially, Jack, he's got to finish on the podium. As you can see, we have Touch from Division 2 who's replacing Rick on the Aprilia for today. So it's his first time in Division 1, so hopefully he can do something. Just waiting on Fadley. Right, let's go. So, if the championship was like the grid, championship would be over. That's got the easy job, he's just got to win. That's not easy, but he's done that a lot of times this season. Oh, I think Touch might have already jumped the start. No, he hasn't, that was just him lagging. Anyway, we are off. As we head towards turn 1 now. Oh, Fadley has sent it on. No, it was Adam sending it on everyone into turn 1. Oh, there's a Repsol Honda down, Saya's down, and Nelson are down. Adam's already got a long lap. Oh, Jack is all the way down to 7th place. It's the worst start possible for the Suzuki rider. As Finley fends off Adam, who tries to take him around the outside. And the two Aprilias are in 5th and 6th, so a decent start for them. Into turn 7, they all go. And VTR is going. I will say he's going. He's lost 4 tenths to Platt. He's getting ahead of himself. So, into the corkscrew they go. Oh, and Adam's going to take his long lap. And the Aprilias are now 4th and 5th, so great start from them, despite the fact they will in fact last on the grid. And I sense an overtake coming up from Jack on Touch. He looked up the inside, but Touch held him off. And Touch going the hard rear on the Aprilia, so that's a very interesting tactic from Touch, because he went with medium. In the Division 2 race, and Finley's gone down at the chicane, and Adam's gone down as well. And Jack has had to cut the chicane, and he is now in 5th place, and he's got to do all that work again. So Nelson and Finley trying to fight for the top Honda spot, which remember is 7th place. Not great. So we got a battle for 4th place at the moment. Touch, he ends his first lap in Division 1 in 4th. I'm sure he'll take that. He's on a bike he hasn't, I don't think he's even ridden on until today, or at least this week. He's had to prioritise Division 2, so he's been riding his Pricini all the time. Here comes Jack, he's going to set this up, take a lot of corner speed through here, cut it underneath, and go up the inside into turn 5. Touch goes well. Finley and Adam have gone down. Jack goes up the inside, holds it round the outside, and takes the position from Touch. Touch is going to suffer from a lack of rear grip at the start of this race, but hopefully when the race progresses, he can start to turn that time back, but we'll see. There's Nelson and Adam now battling. Adam and Saya battling for 8th place, and you can see Finley just in the background there. So these three suffering 2 big crashes at the start of the race, and not fantastic for them. But Fadley, he won here the last time we went to Aragon, and proving that this is a good place for him. And Touch has outbraked himself, and has dropped to 6th place behind Craig. But he's going to try and hold it up the inside, but Craig holds position and moves inside the top 5. So Jack 1.4 seconds to catch Fadley. Fadley, who's not done many races this season due to not being able to stay awake. It would be quite ironic if Jack lost the championship because he couldn't pass the person who hasn't been here most of the time, but you know, it's how it is. But I think he's starting to close the gap as Platt crossed the line. It's at the fastest lap of the race and extended his gap to 2 seconds. Vito's in a nice safe 2nd place, so if he can just stay on the bike, that's where he'll finish. And Fadley has actually extended the gap a little bit here over Jack and is in 3rd. Well, this sure is interesting. Touch is still on the back of Craig. I'm pretty sure Touch would take the 6th. Oh, Azam's gone down again. Oh, a big mistake by Jack as well into turn number 5, and mistakes are starting to creep in. 2.5 seconds now to close in on Fadley. That's going to have to hope for a big mistake from him. So everyone in the top 3 are 2.4 seconds out at lowest. So quite a big gap at the front, but in the midfield it's quite close between these 4th, 5th and 6th place guys. Jack already closed in half a second since his mistake. Excuse me. So Jack's definitely got the pace. He's just got to minimise these mistakes and he'll be with Fadley in a few laps time. So Nelson is starting to close in on Touch as well. See what tyres Nelson's gone with. Nelson's also going the hard rear. That's kind of what I suspected. So I know that Nelson said he would help out Touch, trying to get the Aprilia set up, and I'm guessing he's guiding him with going for a hard rear, which, to be honest, in my book isn't the right choice. I think the best choice is probably the medium. But anyway, Platt now out in front, doing what he's done all season. He's 3-second lead now. There's not a lot that can be done at the moment to stop him. Vito's just going to hope for that Platt does a small mistake, because he is prone to the slight error here. That Touch has gone down at turn 6, turn 7. I can't count the good corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, turn 7, and he's dropped to 7th place. And Jack now 1.2 to Fadley, so the gap is starting to shrink. And the pair of them will be careful about track limits, because if they have one more warning, it's a long lap, and then that will promote Craig into the top 3, and Craig seems to be able to just about hang on to Jack here. So it's not all going perfect yet, and Jack running the number 12 with the check flag on the right hand side corner of the 1. You can all guess which rider he likes to support, as around the final corner they go to start lap number 5. Platt's extending the gap about a second per lap, so after about another 2 laps he can then dump it whenever he feels like it, and he'll still lead. So Platt's doing what he's got to do. Jack has got to keep going. Into turn 5. Nice line through there, change of direction. Whoa, Nelson and Saib both had crashed at the exact same time, but in 2 completely different places. That's odd. And that now promotes Touch back up inside the top 6. If Touch had just stayed on, he would have probably had a safe 6th place, but he's going to have pressure from Nelson in the coming moments. through the reverse corkscrew. Both V4s are going to try and get the power down as early as possible. Hard on the brakes. And now into the chicane. Can Nelson do the classic pass into here? He thought about it, but decided best against it. And Finley now has moved himself into 8th place. So Finley's done quite a good job in the past few races. And Platt's down. He's gone down at turn 1. That was Christ, that was close. So Platt's down. VTR's now going to be the perfect teammate here. So Jack's now in a safe position. VTR has got to defend like a lion, as they say. Defend like a lion. Be an absolute brick wall against that Pramac, even though all Platt really has to do is sit there behind the Suzuki and wait to the back, just make sure he gets a good exit out of the chicane, down the back straight and slipstream past the Suzuki, because that Suzuki simply isn't as fast as the Ducati. But easier said than done, as Jack is now, if he can just set this up perfectly, through here, take a nice tight line, change direction, and just barge him out of the way. You can't do that. There you go. That wasn't what I was planning. I thought he was going to take the tight line, put it underneath him into the next corner. But anyway, that allows Craig to get even closer. So it is a freeway scrap for the top 3. Oh, and Adam's gone down again. It's an absolute nightmare for the Yamahas. Just like in real life, really, except and there goes Adam. So obviously they don't have Quattararo here to help them. But with Nelson and Touch having a battle here, it seems like. Touch goes up the inside, forces Nelson wide, and the American moves back into 6th place, but Nelson's going to get the exit most likely down the straight using the Honda power, and the Honda moves back in front of the Aprilia into turn 1. My internet connection is apparently really bad, and Nelson moves into 6th place, touches a massive wobble and drops to 7th. And here comes Craig. Craig being not helpful at all in this situation, and Craig moves into... Oh, Jack's down! That might be championship over. Maths wise, I don't actually know what the points are, but I presume that would be championship over, since he would lose 2 points, Platt would lose 1 point normally. So I presume he'd either, you know, I'd have to ask Platt afterwards, because he didn't actually tell me what the point. I think he did tell me what the points were, but everyone was talking, so I couldn't hear them. But anyway, into the chicane for Platt. He would have seen that he's gone down, so he's just going to pass VTR. VTR's got to do even more of a job than that. Well, he can't do more than a job, he's got to just keep doing what he's been doing the entire time. Oh, and Touch has gone down. Down the straight into turn 1. Wow, the closing speed different. Okay, we did run wide. I was going to say. So where's the first attempt gonna come? I'm predicting maybe turn 11. Oh, okay, maybe even into here. I wasn't expecting here, but no, it's really hard to overtake into here. He's going to cut it underneath, turn, but the Suzuki's got the exit. That inline fall will be just a bit stronger than the Ducati through the first few gears. VTR's defending very well right now. Oh, Platt's down again! I don't believe it. Platt is down again. He makes a massive mistake. And that might be... Well, we saw that Platt was 1 second faster than VTR over a lap before he crashed. When VTR crosses the line, there will be 4 laps remaining. If the time difference is the same, VTR will hold on to victory. But I know he has never won a race in Division 1. Today he was called a 1 lap wonder. It's time to prove he is not that. He's got to stay on the bike, not ride tight on that last lap. That last lap will be the worst lap of his life, I can guarantee that now. He's got to bring this home, but he can't rest. He's got to push like he's never pushed before. Touch has gone down again, and as well as Nelson, so those two having an absolute nightmare. Jack is 10 seconds back. He must have had another crash. So it's these two for the podium. I think Platt's champion anyway, as it stays like as it is. I might just quickly check if he sent any of the. Okay, I don't think he did. It doesn't look like he sent me anything. Right, and Touch has gone down again. The feeling with that Aprilia he's crashed from the straight. How's that possible? But anyway, the feeling with that Aprilia is different to the Ducati, so it's understandable. He's probably only had 1 hour to adjust, so not ideal. Craig, I can't remember the last time he was on a podium. Yeah, he's had to take a break out from this season. He's come back. He is actually the lone Yamaha. He could be the Quattraro of this race. Oh, and the two former teammates in Sire and Nelson are battling for 7th place. Can't imagine saying that a season ago. Has to go side by side through the corner, and Sire holds off his former teammate, but Nelson shoves it back up the inside, forces the champion, the outgoing champion, wide. Oh my god, he's just lost the front and saved it. Good going, Sire. And Nelson's got a 1 lap anyway. Craig still looking for a way through. Hard on the brakes, the forks compressed, not as much as. But there we go, fully compressed as they lean over. More contact between these two. Fadley's gone down. I can't believe it. So Craig has been given a podium. Jack, he can't get. He's not going to be able to pass. Oh, Nelson's completely outbroken himself in turn 1. And he drops back down to 8th place. But Fadley's has got a long lap to complete as well. And if he fails that, then Jack is in the money. 4th place. That's the golden place he can get now. Platt. He's got 2. Oh, Nelson's gone down. And he's left. So Platt's got 2.5 laps to catch 3.7 seconds. That's just over a second a lap. Is it doable? Possibly. Fadley's not taking his long lap. He failed it the first time. He's ran extremely wide. Oh my god, how wide do I want to go? Jack's got a long. I don't believe this. So the champion could come down to a long lap penalty of all things. Or another mistake from Jack. These two have got to complete their long laps. All Platt's wide. Very wide from Platt. And so 2 to go. 3.5 seconds. 1.75 seconds plus needs to be shrank on this lap. Can that happen? Craig's in a solid third place. He ain't going to do any better, he ain't going to do any worse unless the 2 guys in front of him have an absolute stinker of 2 laps, which I can't see happening. But I think as long as he stays on the bike, he's got 4th place sewn up nice, 3rd place sewn up nicely. Oh, Fadley will be kicking himself for crashing out of 3rd place and giving himself a long lap as well. Jack will be kicking himself even more. he was saying how he was the number one in the team. VTR wanted to disprove that, and he's just doing that. You can't. Well, I guess it's karma, I guess. But anyway, Bradley goes through. Oh, side's gone down again, man. So, does Bradley take the long lap this time? Yes, here we go. Jack opting not to take. Platt's down again. Platt's down again. Oh, Bradley's messed it up. It's going to be the last lap, and Platt's going to hold on to second place, but it's now down to these two for the 4th and 5th places. It's going to come down to a long lap penalty. If Jack can take his long lap penalty perfect, Bradley fails it, Jack will get 4th and keep this championship alive, even though basically it'll be over in Donington. But anyway, through the chicane they go. VTR starts the final lap of this race. 8 seconds plus the gap. He was called a one-lap wonder. He's never won a race in Division 1. He hasn't won a race since Season 5 in Division 2. I can't even know what round it was, but I think it's round 7. But, this is vengeance, this is karma for everyone who was laughing at it earlier. Karma for those who are saying he was the number 2 in Suzuki. This is what it comes down to. Oh, sadly on the curb. Who's going to win out of these two? Oh, Touch has gone down again. Touch, I think he's just accepted his fate and is just either pushing too much or just not even concentrating enough to try and stay on the bike. Who is going to get 4th place? This is the point it comes to now. You got to go around here, and then you got to do the long lap. Oh my god, Jack's taking a lot of entry speed through there. Right, here we go. Long lap. You have to take the long lap. Bradley's opted not to take it. Jack's done it, and the gap, crucially, is 2.1 seconds. It's going to be enough. He just got to stay on. It's going to be enough. But here he is, into the final corner. His teammate won his first race in the dry last week. It's back-to-back wins for Suzuki VTR. He is not a one-lap wonder. He is a race winner in this season for the first time in Division 1. Platt, he'll be kicking himself for I think this is the first time he's actually like been this. That's the furthest he's been from a win all season. Craig is in 3rd. Bradley is going to cross the line 4th, but Jack Berman, he has kept his title hopes alive to carry on to Donington Park. But let's be honest, unless Platt just can't turn up, it's basically championship over. Finley finishes in 6th. Sire will not cross the line in 7th. He will get 7th place in Touch. It was a good first few laps for him, and then it all just vanished terribly for him. So VTR is your winner for the first time. Platt is in 2nd. Craig's in 3rd. Jack crucially is in 4th. He got very, very fortunate with all those long laps, all those crashes, and he just held on. Bradley was 5th, Finley 6th, Sire 7th, Touch 8th, Nelson 9th, and Adam in 10th place. So we go on to the interviews, and we first go with our 3rd place finisher in Craig. So Craig, it's been a while since we've seen you on this podium. You spent some time away, and now you're back on the podium.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost for words. I just stayed consistent throughout the race. I could have gone quicker over my lap times, but it's mainly consistency that counts. I had a bit of a moment in turn 2. 3 of us collided, me, Jack, and I think Fadley, if I'm correct. Not Fadley, Adam. But I was set back a little bit from there, and I just got my head down throughout the race. People started making mistakes, and I just started pouncing on that. And then I was behind Fadley for a few laps, and he crashed, and I just kept my rhythm, stayed calm. I didn't push towards the last few laps because I didn't want to, crash as well. But I'm really happy, and I said I'd be back.
And you are. So, well done.
Thank you.
So we move on to the second place finisher. Well, had you not made those 2 crashes, we would be saying right now that you are the brand new Season 7 VollGazz Division 1 champion. Unfortunately though, that has not happened, and you've got to wait another week. But I'm sure you could be happy with at least what the pace you had.
I mean, yeah, I was feeling really comfortable actually. I out in the lead, got a really good start, 5.5 seconds, and I don't even know what happened. I just clipped the curve at turn 1. Usually it's completely fine, but this time the front just let go. And yeah, I had to make up the ground against VTR. I got right on the back of him, and I started riding a little bit differently. My lap times dropped by about a second when I was behind him, so just trying to, I guess, not make an over-aggressive move and, you know, wipe us both out or wipe him out. And then the turn 12 curve caught me out, which usually, again, I don't usually crash in that curve. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the one tire, or I don't know, maybe it's just I wasn't really fully focused, but I crashed there again, and then I tried catching him back up, and I mean, I did all I could, to be honest, but he was just too consistent this race. And yeah, on to Donington. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so you are the champion-elect. I don't know how many points you got to take, but
I'm pretty sure I need like 1 point or 2 points.
1 point.
Something like that.
You basically just got to turn up and finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we now move on to the winner. VTI, I have one question for you. Are you a one-lap wonder?
No, for all those people that have said that before, no, I'm a changed man now. This is it. This is it now. Take back your words now.
And here's another question: are you the #1 rider at Suzuki?
We'll find out at the end of the season, won't we?
Yeah. So
whoever
just
finishes higher.
Yeah. So just talk us through that race. I mean, I'm pretty sure you must have been like nervous when you saw Platt go down. He was right on your rear, and then I know you was gonna be like, okay, can't make any mistakes or whatever. But then once he crashed twice, that was it. You were away.
Yeah, I mean, he crashed, what, 3 times, so it was kind of expected, so it was unlucky for him, to be fair. We know Platt's got amazing pace, so I have to go to him. He probably could have got me, but, you know, that takes nothing away from myself. I'm so happy with this win. Oh, I can't believe it, finally. I feel like Johan Zarco. This is so painful. How many races do I have to win a Division 1 race? I do not know. I just stayed consistent though. I knew I was fast, and it was the same as last week. To be honest, I reckon my first win could have been last week, and if I'd have won last week, it would have been 2 wins in a row. So I think I'm coming on to my prime time now, and I think this is it now. This is where I start up in the game now, and this is going to be where I'm going to charge for more wins.
Yep. So that's 2 wins on the bounce for Suzuki. So constructors, well, teams championship wise, it's very good, and yeah, now P2 in the championship might look a bit dim, but now the lights might be a little bit brighter.
Well, P2 in the championship with missing a race as well, that'd be even better.
Yeah. So that has been it for round number 11, I think. Yeah, round 11. We'll be at Donington Park next week, and well, with all these Brits here, if it's not a Brit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm sure they'll be all very disappointed, but anyway, we will see you guys then. Goodbye.